Are you serious? Oh my God. Brett and I just made it down to Kansas, our new lease down here last night, and pretty much went around, walked the property, got some posted signs up, and stuff like that. Today we're gonna get all our new sets in for the year. Getting a good early jump on it. We like to do that so that way we don't have to worry about it in the summer, being hot, hanging these stands. So we're gonna get in here, and I think we got 6 sets to hang today. So let's take our time. We got all day to do it. Nice if you could get up in that tree right there in the corner, but I think it's a little janky. This is the way we like to scout right here. Stay in the vehicle and drive around, look for good trees. We just got finished with another set for the day. This set's kind of set up on a big ridge top here. Up on top, there's a lot of oaks. It drops down and kind of pinches them right here. We got the stand right up over my left shoulder here. Down below is a river bottom surrounded by ag fields. So by the sign up here, there's a lot of rubs and scrapes from last fall. And trails, they all lead right down through this chute. So got to stand up in a nice cedar here. Looks like a really good spot. Well, it is August 21st. Brennan and I just drove down here to our new lease this year in Kansas. Got in early this morning and got a lot of stuff to get done today. First, we're gonna start off. We got a nice clover food plot that our buddy Tim that we're down here with, he put in early this year, and it's actually coming up pretty well. So it's big enough where we're thinking we're gonna run a bear net on this end of the food plot, and then another one down on that end. And on that end, there's a really nice pinch right there, and it butts up to the river. So we got just under a month before season opens here, and we're gonna try and get this done before the heat takes over. Well, we got our 2 ground blinds on the food plot set up. So we just dropped down into this river bottom, calling this spot the river pinch, and it sets up really nice. There's a big open river bottom down here, and there's food back there, and there's a big ridge system right here, which is most of our lease behind us. And then the river itself makes a big bend right here, and the trails, they got 2 trails that are just unreal right here, and they obviously funnel right off the food source and go up into bed. So this stand, we got a lot of hope come definitely the rut, but even mid to late October. So just found this, it's just been open, it looks like. Our food plots just over the top here. River's right here, nice moat trail this way. They're starting to open scrapes up along here. We got a camera that's been there all fall. Just up the way here, we're gonna go pull that. Move it over this mock scrape. There's a nice tree we can get up into and hang and bang if we have to. That's our stage right now, pretty much set. This is the property that we're hunting right here. And then it goes through all our top bucks right now. So this one's Showtime. He's showing up just recently. Just started hitting the cameras. Farley, same thing. Garth and Wayne, they've been here pretty much since the start of fall. Actually, I think we had some velvet there of him. I'd really like to have a run in with Showtime. Like I said, he just showed up a week or two ago. We are finally in Kansas. Brent and I made the trip down here this morning. Got some stuff done, cameras moved around a little bit, got them on mock scrapes now. And cell cams have been hit and miss. It just warmed up crazy today. It's upper 60s. It was cool last week and the week before, so the deer movement was pretty good. A couple of our shooters were daylight in the mornings, a couple days. It was looking promising, but now this warm up, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, but it's November the 2nd. The rut should be just starting to pop down here. Pretty slow, but we didn't really expect much more than that just because the cell cams have been pretty slow lately, especially on that plot where we've been sitting. So game plan for tomorrow morning is to slip into a spot that I think should be pretty good. We're up in a jack pine and it's kind of up on this big ridge top. The morning of November the 3rd. First morning in the tree here in Kansas for the year. It's a beautiful morning, calm winds, sunny skies. Just feels right this morning actually. Low temps, it's only upper 30s right now, supposed to get up to mid 60s, but I think the mornings will still be pretty decent. We aren't in here too much earlier than dark. It's like gotta be 75, 76 degrees. We sweated like crazy hanging this set. Anything can happen this time of year, so we're gonna try and cool off a little bit. Hopefully once this sun goes down behind the trees, stuff will start to pick up. About 5-10 minutes ago, seen a big buck run across a bean field probably a quarter mile from us. I don't know if he was chasing a doe or what. They're combining a field that way where he was running to. So, tried hitting the horns together, but I don't think he could hear us with the machinery going on. And then we just seen another deer, couldn't tell what it was. We're not really sure yet if we're gonna hang around down here. Maybe hit up another state while the weather's warm. Then come back when stuff's starting to pop down here. It's November the 12th this morning. Back in Kansas. We were down here about 8-9 days ago. Weather just wasn't right. It was up into the 80s. Deer weren't moving. We went back to Wisconsin, punched a tag there. Drove to Iowa. Brennan was lucky enough to smash a good one there 2 days ago, and we're back in Kansas. We're gonna be down here pretty much till we can punch a tag, so bucks are just starting to get rolling down here, it seems like, so we're gonna settle in and get comfy and camp and wait till all the dots connect, and when that happens, we're gonna be ready. It's the afternoon of November the 12th. Brent and I just got into another new spot here on our lease. This is one of the top spots that we've had shooters at. They have not been consistent whatsoever. We always have does filtering through this spot in the daylight. So I think it's just a matter of time that one of them messes up and follows a doe in here.
some action tonight. 4 does came in. That one small buck just left. He came in, scent checked the area, worked a scrape, and just kept on his way. So that's good to see. At least the little ones are up on their feet, starting to cruise.
He's at age, he's nicer than cameras tell.
Just cracking daylight here, November the 13th. And we already had a fawn come strolling through, which hopefully is a good sign. We haven't been seeing does without fawns yet. Beautiful morning, temps are 18, 19 degrees. Dead calm. We're sitting pretty much a big pinch right here. Kind of forces them to come down through here if they want to go from one to the other. So if certain bucks are cruising, I would assume they're going to come through here. Morning's been action-packed so far. It's good to see. We haven't seen any action down here until this morning. They're definitely running in here. It's good to finally see some action. They were fired up this morning.
It's about 10 o'clock on the 14th of November. We decided to take the morning off. High winds, 25-mile-an-hour winds, rainy, misty. It's kind of a crappy morning, supposed to do that most of the day. So we decided to sleep in, kind of regroup. And our plan is right now we're gonna go tear down a set that we had. What we're gonna do with that set, we're taking it to the brand new spot. We're gonna slip in there midday. It seems like the deer are in there all day long, but there's kind of a gap between 11 and 1 that they must go and lay down for a bit. So that's the plan. We're gonna slip in there with the high winds, hang the set, and then get out of there, and we probably won't be back in there till Monday, which would be 2 days from now. That's when we get the next good wind for that.
Well, November 15th, we're back in the tree. A little gusty this morning for wind, but it's got to be going on 7:30, quarter to 8. We haven't yet to get an interview in. We've just been covered up in deer all morning. Started with a 5 or 6 point, then about 3 or 4 does and fawns. Just had a spike come in, now he's running all over the place. It's good to see. Hopefully that little bit of ruckus, them guys chasing around, will bring something good in here. We're down to about the last 5 minutes or so of light. Pretty slow. I thought this afternoon the wind died down from 25 miles an hour to pretty much nothing right now. It's perfect out. I don't know, these deer have been laying low lately, so we're gonna jump into a completely new set tomorrow morning. We can only hunt it till probably 10 or 11, then the wind is supposed to switch. So, but it's a spot that is really promising. We got a lot of hope in it. It's November the 16th this morning. Brandon and I are in a brand new spot. We came in and hung this set 2 days ago. Scouted, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. Had a cell cam rocking in here. We got a jumbo over in here after. It was right at the end of shooting Lite last night following a doe. There's a couple other good solid bucks in here, mature deer. We're pretty much in between just thick, nasty bedding. Just a big open area here. We're trying to catch them cruising back and forth through here, bumping does around. Bucks that just showed up, I think last night we got first pictures of him. Caught us off guard. He was at 12 yards maybe when we seen him. He started walking out in front of me at like 10 yards. I drew and he stopped as soon as I drew and he was right before that pocket. Nothing I could do. Just sucks. He's a step away from having a schwacker through him. 10:30 right now. We're probably gonna back up. We had a pretty good morning. We got today and tomorrow that look decent, and then Wednesday, Thursday just looks brutal for winds, 25-mile-an-hour winds. I'd like to think tonight and tomorrow are gonna be our good shots for this week. So we're gonna try and make the best game plan we can and go with it. Pretty slow again this evening. We had a doe and looked like a fawn come in about an hour before dark. The old doe didn't like Leroy. These deer kind of been mind-boggling on this place for last week. What's going on? Well, big whopping 9:30 this morning. We're already done with it. We've seen legs of 2 deer today. So far, pretty slow. Seems to be the ongoing thing on this property, so we're gonna switch things up this afternoon and go to the new piece. Just got all set up in the blind. This will be our last night before heading back to Wisco for the gun opener, and then we'll be back in about 5 days. Give her another shot. Tonight we're set up in the baronet blind. This is in that new piece we hunted yesterday morning and almost sealed the deal. A couple new bucks have showed up, and a couple of the old ones are still milling around through here. I think as the sun starts fading, we're going to see some good movement. It's supposed to be 25-mile-an-hour winds and just kind of shitty weather the next 2 days. So I would assume them deer got to know that's coming. Hopefully they are on their feet early and wanting to move.
Back on the road. We are ripping back to Kansas. We don't know when we're coming home because JP's got a Kansas tag. I got my Iowa gun tag coming up. Might not be home till Christmas. We don't really know. Hash brown.
It's not hot.
You want breakfast?
A lot of work this morning, but I'll show you where we're headed. We're gonna be right about there. We're after a really big deer in there. He was daylight yesterday, so we're going in. It should be perfect conditions today, and it's Thanksgiving, so we're going in there, high hopes.
It's going on, I don't know, quarter to 11, 10:30, somewhere in there. A farmer is up working this field up, which we never expected because it's not a field that gets worked up, but he's just up the hill like 80 yards, so we're gonna pack her in for this morning's hunt. Either be back in here or probably up on the main lease tonight. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Brennan and I are just sitting in a big old clover food plot, and it's kind of, we're finding out it's a cluster in here if you're trying to film, so it should be interesting. Brennan can't put the camera on a tripod, so he's gonna be free-handing it. We don't really have any intel in here from the last couple weeks. Our camera died, so we pretty much are hunting it only because we don't have a window on anywhere else, so nonetheless, we're in a blind. It's Thanksgiving, and we're gonna make the most of it here tonight. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Quack, quack, quack.
I mean, I hit him good up and down. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Quack. We had just a unreal night. Can't even talk straight yet, but we had a buck he called Case IH come in to the plot early. He milled around and left. Fawn came in, fed for quite a while. Case IH came back out, and he's a deer that we didn't know what he's like on the hoof. We seen him on the hoof, I would have shot him. He came back to the plot, was feeding his way up the plot to us. The fawn was right in front of us. I could tell it seen something across the plot. I look, and our #1 hit lister, Showtime, is coming right across the plot, just perfect. Didn't skip a beat, last light. Grunt stopped him. He stopped at, I don't know, 18 yards. And I shot, and I hit him forward. It's good up and down, but it's forward. Our main thought here is hit him forward, but that front shoulder on the closest side was back. His other shoulder's forward, which
not a great shot, but it opens some possibilities of where you could get in there as long as you get enough penetration. So we're gonna go look for him. He's either gonna be dead where we thought we heard him crash, or he's not gonna die. So we're gonna watch the footage a couple more times, get our camera stuff together, and then go take a look. We haven't looked at the arrow yet, so we don't have any clue what we're doing. So we're gonna watch some footage, then hopefully we go out and get some good news.
Aaron and I just split up. We have literally found not a single drop of blood. He's walking about 30 yards over here. I'm coming down this mowed trail. I just found his buck. I'm about to whistle at him and call him over. He's laying dead right over here 20 yards away.
You serious, buddy? Are you serious? Oh my God. Where is he? Are you kidding me? I'm speechless. It's November the 26th, Thanksgiving Day here in Kansas, and we just put down our #1 hit list or showtime. This deer has put us through the ropes, to say the least. He's been the most inconsistent shooter on this property, hence why he's #1, I guess. But we sat in the blind this afternoon. It was kind of one of those spots that we didn't have a wind to sit anywhere else, so we sat it. And lo and behold, I mean, I think we have maybe a handful of pictures of this deer on that food plot. And it was the last deer we thought we'd have an encounter with tonight. And he comes strolling across that clover plot like he had been there 100 times before. It's my first year hunting in Kansas, and to put a tag on a deer this caliber is something I dreamed of as a kid. And we're gonna load this bad boy up and get him back to the house here in Kansas.